Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo. Welcome to Daily Discipline number 632, primarily in a row. My name's Rob Hoback. Happy that you're here, honored and humbled that you keep coming back like for reals. Let's talk about 632. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. You're welcome. It's an F-It Friday. What's that mean? Every day we have a reminder. And on Fridays, we remind ourselves that you have to take an uncomfortable shot at your dream life if you want to have an amazing life, right? Nobody whatever your version of an amazing life, you go ask that person, like, hey, did you take some risks? They're going to be like, oh, yeah. And they can tell you about the 3 or 4 or 5, whatever it was, times and how they failed a few times, right? So if we want to have that amazing life, we got to go get it, right? And most of the time, it's way worse in our head than it really is in reality, right? Like we freak ourselves out. Nonetheless, it's a work day. Obviously, it's a Friday. It's July the 10th, 2020. It's a work day. I've got work to do, so let's do it. First things first, still the realist. I am also listening. What am I listening to? Let's get to real talk, and we'll talk about it. And it's this, that if you listen and you have an open mind, that you'll realize God is speaking to us all the time, and you're going to hear everything you need to hear. So let me summarize that one more time. If you listen, you'll hear everything you need to hear. You're going to be driving down the road and there's going to be something on the radio or a billboard, or some random person's going to say something to you, or you'll get a random email or whatever it is. And I used to be shocked. I'm like, how did that happen? How did that show? Like, it doesn't even surprise me anymore. It doesn't even surprise me when I call somebody. They're like, I've been thinking about you. I'm like, of course you have, right? That's God working. Just because we can't see it, just because we can't feel it, just because it doesn't mean it's not happening, right? And again, the further we go along in this, the more I come to realize that. And then I come out this morning, I walk out, and here's this televangelist. And usually I just change the channel. I was too tired. I'm like, whatever. I'll get to that in a minute. And he was talking about, know who you're honoring with your actions, right? The power of one. That just meeting one person changes everything, right? That your purpose finds you. It's always been there. It's just that we come along and finally realize, like, oh my God. They're like, how am I going to do it? And the next thing you know, you meet that person. You're like, have you always been here, right? And again, you've been in these situations, right? And we're like, well, we try. Like, don't try to explain it. Just enjoy it, right? If you listen, you're going to hear everything you need to hear. And sometimes we're just not listening, myself included. Let's do our thank yous and we're done for the day. Number one, God has been good to us in the good times and the bad. Again, we talk about this all the time. It's so easy when we're in the moment to get wrapped up. Like, why have you left me? Why am I here? I'm like, he's here. Trust me. Just stop fretting about it. Number two, faith, right? When you have faith, and I struggle with faith just like you do. When you have faith, and you're going through a difficult time, it's much easier, and you find a sense of peace. Like, look, we're going to get through this, right? What's it look like on the other side? I don't know, but it may be different than what it looks like today. We're going to be fine. I'm thankful for daddy duty. I got that coming up later today. I was talking to the Queen yesterday, and I said, it's interesting to me because I've learned to recognize the pattern that when, Jack takes so much of my energy, right? That when he's here, I'm often exhausted. And then I go through that mental battle of, stop trying to rush this away. Stop hoping he will go to sleep, right? Enjoy your time with him. And then the moment that he's gone, start missing him. And I think about him like, well, same way with Sam, same way with Addie. It's just who I am. Like, I'm a go person. And I don't want to be babysitting, right? I want to be doing something else. And I constantly challenge myself, like, just enjoy this. Before long, they're not going to, like, they'll be gone. Like, Sam is on his way out. Not in a bad way. Like, he's 13. Like, when he's here, he's often, hey, can I go here? Can I go here? Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just, they're taking steps every day till they become independent and they leave. We need to enjoy the time that they're here. Thankful for the HBO right back there, the Hillbilly Backyard Oasis. It's a pleasant distraction for me. Yesterday, like I said, I had a difficult day. Took care of a couple things about 7 o'clock. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go work on some stuff. And I just lost track of time. I'm like, oh my God, I go to bed, right? I'm thankful for Aunt Jen. Aunt Jen's moving to BFOK, right? Can't wait to have her here. She's a part of my life, right? She's always been a part of my life since she showed up. But like, she's going to become a bigger part of my life. Her and I talked about it yesterday. Like, there's a reason that they were attracted here, and it's connected. We just have to, and I think we all know, right? I think we all know. I think Aunt Jen is part of the VOP, right? We just have to get there. I'm thankful for Officer Johnson, Craig Johnson, who was laid to rest yesterday. Actually, I was helping my sister find a place down here, and I ended up having to wait for a half an hour because the realtor got stuck in the traffic for Officer Johnson's funeral. But just such a sad story, right? Like, by all accounts, just a good man, good husband, good father, young kids. Guy just loved life, right? And so was his partner. His partner's a really good dude too. And here are these two guys, two police officers shot in the head, right? One of them dies, and it's not racist, right? Like it was two white guys, four white guys, actually three and one Middle Eastern guy, but nonetheless, just super super sad. And even though I didn't meet Officer Johnson or any of that stuff, just yeah, pray for his family. Thanks for the juice, right? We talk about that constant flow of information. That's the juice. That's what I call it. Some people call it Holy Spirit. It's God, whatever. It's the juice. It's the thing that combines all of us, gives us the messages. Like, once we learn to tap into the power of that, man, that changes everything. I'm thankful for the messages. I'm thankful for the advice, right? When you look for things, you're gonna find what you're seeking. And if you're seeking the right things and you're like, hey, how do I get that? Trust me, it's going to come to you. And sometimes when you get to be the person that somebody says, that is exactly what I needed to hear today, thank you, right? It is overwhelming, right? It's overwhelming when you're like, oh my God, what am I holding on to? Like, no. Don't make it about you. It's something that was given to you, and this is what you're supposed to do, right? Then all of a sudden you're like, what? You don't like it? Go talk to God. He's the one who told me to be here, right? How about that? With that, we're done for today. Hands up, peace out. We're better together. I appreciate you stopping by on an FFit Friday. I'll be back tomorrow on a Savage Saturday for Saturday morning prayer breakfast. Hope to see you then. # Real Talk. Deuces. Love you guys. See ya.